Now, there's been a lot of talk about the morality of this practice. We also believe that this practice is illegal, and we are intending to bring suit against the federal government.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, rumored 2020 presidential candidate as well, announcing today that he intends to sue the Trump administration over the controversial family separation policy at the border, saying it violates the constitutional rights of children and families, a problem he called a moral failing and human tragedy. Here now, Corey Lewandowski, a former Trump campaign manager. Zach Patkanis is a former senior DNC advisor. Corey, I'll go to you first. The New York governor going after the Trump team.
Well, it's very clear that this governor thinks he's going to be the next president of the United States, as so many other potential candidates have thought about. But what's very, very clear is this administration is enforcing the laws which Congress passed. And if he wants to go and change those laws, he's welcome to lobby his members of Congress to make that happen. But the bottom line is this: as soon as you cross that border illegally, you have committed an act which is a disservice to all of the people who have stood in line and waited to get into this country legally. And this governor doesn't understand what that means, and he thinks it's his path forward, but it is not. It is a path to failure.
What's the governor's intentions here, Zach?
I mean, look, I read today about a 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother?
What I said is you can pick anything you want out, but the bottom line is very clear.
How dare you?
When you cross the border illegally, you have given up the rights of this country.
Being taken from their mothers.
We are a country with borders. We are a country of laws.
Stolen from their mothers and put into cages.
Cross this country illegally, your parents understand this. They understand something
Nobody can hear when you both talk. So
when you cross the border illegally, when you commit a crime, you are taken away from your family.
She has Down syndrome and she was taken from her mother.
All right, Zach,
you go to any country in the world,
let's get Zach to finish his point.
When you commit a crime, you are taken from your parents in any country in the world.
There is a reason why faith groups, there is a reason why 12 Republican senators sent a letter begging this administration to reverse this policy. There is a reason why the governor of New York is suing this administration to stop this policy. This policy is abhorrent. It is offensive to all.
Where were you during the Obama administration when this policy was in place?
This administration policy was not done during the administration. You are now lying about this policy in addition to saying
but to be clear, Zach, children were detained at the border under the Obama administration.
When they were unaccompanied minors. The difference now is they are accompanied minors. The Trump administration is forcibly making them unaccompanied minors when they take them from their parents and put them in cages. And we have members of the Trump team who are going wah wah when you learn about the stories of horror that's going on down at the border.
You commit a crime in any country, whether it is the United States or Canada or anywhere else, you are separated from your child. Coming across the border illegally is a crime. If you want the opportunity to come to this great country, the greatest country in the world, then there is an opportunity to do that. But there is a process to do that. And when people come across the border illegally, that's number one. You have broken the law of the United States, and all of a sudden, the mainstream media is concerned about those individuals who broke the law. What happens if a United States citizen with their child breaks the law somewhere else? They are separated from those individuals.
What one-year-old is breaking the law somewhere else, sir? What one-year-old is breaking the law somewhere else?